Hello everyone, we shall continue with the problems on signal sketch. In this lecture, we will take up these three problems. Okay, the signal x of t and y of t is given like this. This is the signal x of t and its amplitude here it is 1 and this is minus 1 and this amplitude is minus 1. Okay, x of t defined from minus 1 to 3 whereas y of t defined from minus 2 to 2. Okay, so these are the signal x of t and y of t given, and I need to sketch the following. Okay, first I have to sketch x of t multiplied with y of t minus 1. Okay, so x of t is this signal and this has to be multiplied with y of t shifted right one times. Why right one times? Because I have minus 1, right? Next I need to sketch x of t minus 1. This is this signal x of t shifted right one time and y of minus t. So mirror image of y of t. Okay, so these two has to be multiplied, and third one is x of t as it is has to be multiplied with y of minus t minus 1. So this involves precedence rule. I need to shift it right one time and then I have to take the mirror image. So we shall take up one by one. So first one 23, what is that? X of t is multiplied with y of t minus 1. Okay, now this is my x of t. Let me plot one below the other. So x of t, so this is at time t is equal to 0. So it is defined from minus 1 to 3. So this is t. This is amplitude 1 and this is amplitude minus 1, right? So this is x of t. Okay, this has to be multiplied with which signal? So y of t minus 1. This signal shifted right one time. Okay, so let me try to plot it. This is at t is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this entire signal is shifted right one time. So this pattern basically start from minus 2, right? Up till where? Till 3. So same pattern is shifted right one time, correct? No? So it starts from minus 2. So this has to be started from it's not minus 2, it has to start from 1, right? Because minus 1, right? Because it is shifted right one time. So I just made a mistake here. So this is not there, this is not there. So it has to start from minus 1 and this goes down. Okay, this is the signal. Okay, ignore this part. So this is 1, this is minus 1. Okay, so this signal y of t shifted right one time. So it started from minus 1 and ended at 3. So started from minus 1 and ended at 3. Okay, so what is this? Y of t minus 1. So when I multiply these two, okay, so for t varying from minus infinity till minus 1, so no signals are there. So it's basically start from minus 1, right? So till minus infinity to minus 1, it's completely 0. Now for t varying from minus 1 to 0, I repeat again, t varying from minus 1 to 0, what is the amplitude of the first signal? 1, right? 1 times this signal. I repeat again, 1 times this signal. What is the resultant signal I get? This signal itself, right? 1 into anything is this signal, right? So I get this, something like this at t is equal to, so this is amplitude minus 1. Okay, now at t starting from 0 to 1, starting from 0 to 1, so what's the amplitude of the first signal? It is minus 1, right? For t varying from 0 to 1, it is minus 1. So minus 1 times this signal. So what do I get? Minus of this signal. Okay, so this now this is a slope, positive slope starting from 0 to 1. Now minus of this is what? Negative slope starting from 0 to minus 1, right? So it is like this. Minus of this signal, I get minus of the signal, in the sense slope goes to negative side. Okay, minus 1 into this is the negative slope. Okay, so now for t varying from 1 to 2, so what do I have? 1 times, this is for t varying from 1 to 2, what is amplitude? 1, right? So 1 times this signal, what do I get? I repeat again, 1 times this signal, I get this signal itself, no, which is varying from, I mean, minus 1 to 0, right? So for t varying from 1 to 2, so it is like this. 1 times this signal, I end up with this signal. Okay, now for t varying from 2 to 3, for t varying from 2 to 3, so what is output of this signal? 1, right? 1 times this signal, so what do I get? This signal itself, so which is varying from 1 to 0, for t varying from 2 to 3, right? So this is amplitude 1, so it is 1 to goes to 0 for t varying from 2 to 3. Okay, so if I just try to join this, this is what the pattern looks like. Okay, so what is the signal? X of t multiplied with y of t minus 1. Okay, so next 24th one, let me sketch here itself. So it is x of t minus 1 multiplied with y of minus t. So x of t is this, right? We have here. So it is shifted right one time. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So since it is shifted right one time, this entire thing comes to the right, right? So this is 1 and this is minus 1. What is the signal? X of t minus 1. So this has to be multiplied with what? Y of minus t. Okay, so this is my y of t. How do I get y of minus t? Y of minus t is all the amplitude in the positive side goes to negative, all the amplitude in the negative side goes to positive. It flips around, t is equal to 0. Okay, so signal starts from minus 2 to 2. So this is minus 1, this is minus 2, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So amplitude in the negative side, it's like this. And amplitude in the positive side, it goes like this. Okay, so this is 1 and this is minus 1. Okay, just mirror image of this signal. Amplitude in the positive side came to negative, amplitude in the negative side goes to positive. So what is the signal? Y of minus t. So this has to be multiplied now. So this is a t is equal to 0, t is equal to 1, t is equal to 2, minus 1, minus 2, so minus 3, so 3 and 4. T, t. Okay, so 0 into anything is 0. So for negative values of t, amplitude of the signal is completely 0. So 0 into any signal is 0, right? Now for t varying from 0 to 1, okay, so minus 1 times negative slope goes to positive slope, right? So it is 1. So minus 1 times negative slope is positive slope. Here it is varying from 0 to minus 1, here it goes to 0 to 1. Okay, now for t varying from 1 to 2, 1 times positive slope. So what do I get? I get positive slope like this. Okay, so for t from 2 to infinity, so amplitude of this signal is completely 0, right? 0 times anything is 0. So I get this kind of sketch. What is this sketch? X of t minus 1 into y of minus t. Okay. Next, problem number 25. So what is that I need to sketch? X of t into y of minus t minus 1. So before we sketch the signal, we try to sketch y of minus t minus 1. Okay, so y of minus t minus 1. So this is what I need. So since this involves precedence rule, right? So it has both time shift property, which is t minus 1, and time scaling property, which is minus t. So for that, what is the step 1? Step 1 is you have to plot intermediate signal v of t, which involves only shifting part y of t minus 1. Y of t minus 1. What is step 2? Step 2 is you have to get v of scaling part, right? V of minus t, right? Which this is nothing but y of minus t minus 1. Correct? No? Now, so what is y of t? So this is our y of t. This is our y of t. No? So v of t, I'll sketch it first. V of t is what? Y of t shifted right one time. This is shifted right one time. No? So since it is starting from minus 2, this will start from minus 1. Okay, so what is this? Y of t minus 1. This is our step 1. Now what I need to do? I have to take the reflection of v of t, which is v of minus t, which is equal to y of minus t minus 1. Right? So what is the reflection looks like on this signal? So this is 0, 1, 2, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. This amplitude goes here, this amplitude goes here, right? So positive side, amplitude on the positive side, negative side went to positive. This is t and this is t. So this is y. This is what? This is y of minus t minus 1. And what is x of t? X of t is this, right? So we will sketch one below the other. So this is our x of t. What is this? X of t. And this is y of minus t minus 1, which is this signal. This is the y of minus t minus 1, right? So it's this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So it starts from minus 3. Okay, so this is our y of minus t minus 1. Now I need to multiply these two, right? So what do I get if I multiply these two? So for t varying from minus infinity to minus 1, amplitude of the first signal is completely 0. 0 into any signal is 0. So for t varying from minus infinity to minus 1, right? Now for t varying from minus 1 to 0, minus 1 times this slope. So what happens? Minus 1 times this slope. So what happens? This slope goes to the positive side, right? So minus 1 times negative slope goes to positive, like this. So this is 1. So this is 1 minus 1. This is 1. So for t varying from 0 to 1, for t varying from 0 to 1, 1 times positive slope is positive slope, like this, right? Now for t varying from 1 to infinity, amplitude of this signal is completely 0. So 0 multiplied by any signal is 0. So this is completely 0. So if I join this, so this is how the signal x of t into y of minus t minus 1 looks like.